From self-doubt to self-love, embracing your authentic power. Welcome to a journey of transformation, resilience, and the power of embracing our authentic selves. Today, we're diving deep into insights that have the potential to revolutionize the way we think about success, leadership, and personal growth. These invaluable lessons come from an extraordinary individual who's making waves in the world of leadership and personal development. Domonique Downing. Domonique's story is not just inspiring, it's a beacon of hope for anyone who's ever felt trapped between external success and internal turmoil. Her journey from corporate powerhouse to empowering others is a testament to the transformative power of self-love and authenticity. Through her work, Domonique is changing lives, reshaping organizations, and contributing to a world where success and inner peace coexist harmoniously. Imagine for a moment a world where every leader, every professional, every individual felt empowered to bring their whole authentic self to the table. A world where vulnerability is seen as strength, where success is measured not just in profits or promotions, but in the positive impact we make in the lives we touch. This isn't just a dream. It's the future Domonique Downing is helping to create. For years, Domonique thrived as a senior leader in telecommunications. On paper, she was the epitome of success, breaking barriers and climbing the corporate ladder with seemingly effortless grace. But behind the impressive title and accolades lurked a silent battle that so many of us can relate to. Anxiety like a constant whisper in her ear, telling her she wasn't good enough. Depression, a heavy cloak weighing down her shoulders even on her brightest days. And imposter syndrome. That insidious voice questioning her right to be in the room, to have a seat at the table. As a black woman in corporate America, Domonique felt an immense pressure to constantly perform, to prove her worth, to justify her presence. This pressure, while driving her to achieve great things, was also slowly chipping away at her sense of self. She found herself trapped in a paradox, successful by all external measures, yet struggling internally with a growing sense of disconnection and unfulfillment. How many of us can relate to this struggle? How many of us have found ourselves chasing a version of success that looks good on the outside, but leaves us feeling empty on the inside? How many of us are wearing masks, pretending to have it all together while inside we're crumbling under the weight of expectations, both our own and others? Domonique's journey is a powerful reminder that true success isn't just about climbing the corporate ladder or accumulating accolades. It's about aligning our skills, our mindset, and our self-worth to create a life that's not just successful, but fulfilling and impactful. In her groundbreaking book, From Self-Doubt to Self-Love, Embracing the Best You, Domonique shares her raw, honest journey of overcoming fear, burnout, and self-doubt. But more than that, she charts a path towards stepping into confidence, purpose, and true leadership. This isn't just a story of personal triumph. It's a roadmap for all of us who are seeking to bridge the gap between external success and internal fulfillment. What Domonique discovered and what she now teaches others is revolutionary. You don't have to choose between success and peace. You can lead, earn, and thrive on your own terms. This realization challenges the narrative we've been fed about what success looks like and how we should pursue it. Through her innovative platform, the Best You University, Domonique now helps women leaders and small business owners break free from limiting beliefs, monetize their expertise, and embrace leadership with confidence. She teaches them how to leverage technology, build sustainable businesses, and lead without sacrificing their mental well-being. This approach to leadership and success is desperately needed in our world today. We're living in an era where burnout is rampant, where the pursuit of success often comes at the cost of our health, our relationships, and our sense of self. Domonique's message is a beacon of hope, showing us that there's another way. But let's dig deeper. What does it really mean to lead, earn, and thrive on your own terms? How do we begin to make this shift in our own lives? It starts with vulnerability. And I know the word vulnerability can make many of us uncomfortable. In a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness, the idea of embracing it, especially in a professional context, can seem counterintuitive. But as Domonique's journey shows us, true strength lies in having the courage to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is about showing up as our authentic selves, even when it's scary. It's about admitting when we don't have all the answers, It's about asking for help when we need it. And perhaps most importantly, it's about being honest with ourselves about our struggles, our fears, and our aspirations. When we embrace vulnerability, we open ourselves up to genuine connection with ourselves and with others. We create space for growth, for learning, and for transformation. And in doing so, we give others permission to do the same. Let me share with you a powerful example from Domonique's work. Sarah, a high achieving marketing executive, came to the Best U University feeling burnt out and disconnected from her work. On the surface, she had it all: a six-figure salary, a corner office, a team under her command. But inside, she was drowning in self doubt and anxiety. Through Dominique's guidance, Sarah learned to embrace vulnerability. In a bold move, she opened up to her team about her struggles with work life balance and her desire to create a more supportive work environment. The result? Not only did her team rally around her, but productivity and creativity soared. By showing her human side, Sarah created a culture of trust and authenticity that transformed her department. This brings us to another crucial aspect of Dominique's message: the power of self love and self acceptance. In a world that often tells us we're not enough, not smart enough, not accomplished enough, not thin enough, not whatever enough, choosing to love and accept ourselves can be a radical act. Self love isn't about narcissism or complacency. It's about recognizing our inherent worth, separate from our achievements or others' opinions of us. It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness and compassion we'd extend to a dear friend. When we cultivate self love, we build a foundation of inner strength that allows us to weather life's storms and pursue our goals from a place of wholeness rather than lack. Consider the story of Maya, a small business owner who came to Dominique feeling like a fraud despite her growing success. Through the principles taught in the Best U University, Maya learned to appreciate her unique skills and experiences. She stopped comparing herself to others and started celebrating her own journey. This shift in mindset not only improved her mental health, but also gave her the confidence to expand her business in new, innovative ways. But self love and vulnerability aren't just personal matters, they have profound implications for how we show up as leaders. When we lead from a place of authenticity and self acceptance, we create environments where others feel safe to do the same. We foster cultures of trust, innovation, and genuine collaboration. Think about it. Have you ever worked with a leader who seemed to have it all together, who never showed a hint of vulnerability? How did that make you feel? Chances are it created a sense of distance, maybe even intimidation. Now, think about a leader who was open about their challenges, who wasn't afraid to ask for input, who showed their human side. Didn't that make you feel more connected, more engaged, more willing to bring your whole self to work? This is the kind of leadership Dominique is championing. Leadership that's rooted in authenticity, empathy, and a commitment to personal growth. It's leadership that recognizes that our strength lies not in pretending to be perfect, but in embracing our imperfections and using them as catalysts for growth and connection. But let's be real for a moment. This journey from self doubt to self love, from fear to confidence, isn't always easy. It requires courage, it requires persistence, and perhaps most importantly, it requires a willingness to challenge the status quo, both within ourselves and in the world around us. For Dominique, this meant questioning the traditional definitions of success that had driven her corporate career. It meant confronting the limiting beliefs that had held her back. And it meant taking the leap to create a business that aligned with her values and allowed her to make a broader impact. This is where another key aspect of Dominique's work comes in: the importance of aligning our skills, our passions, and our values. In the Best U University, she teaches women how to monetize their expertise and build sustainable businesses. But this isn't just about making money. It's about creating work that's deeply fulfilling, that allows us to make a meaningful contribution to the world. When we align what we're good at with what we care about, magic happens. We'll tap into a wellspring of motivation and creativity that can carry us through challenges. We find purpose in our work, which in turn infuses every aspect of our lives with greater meaning. Take the example of Jasmine, a corporate lawyer who had always dreamed of making a difference in underserved communities. Through Dominique's program, Jasmine found the courage to start a nonprofit organization providing legal aid to low-income families. By aligning her skills with her passion for social justice, Jasmine not only found greater fulfillment, but also made a tangible impact in her community. But here's the thing. This alignment doesn't just happen. It requires intentionality. It requires self-reflection. And often it requires us to challenge our assumptions about what's possible. How many of us are stuck in careers or situations that don't align with who we truly are, simply because we can't imagine an alternative? How many of us are holding ourselves back from pursuing our dreams because we're afraid of failure or because we don't believe we're worthy of success? This is where Domonique's emphasis on mindset comes in. Our beliefs about ourselves and what's possible for us shape our reality. If we believe we're not good enough or that success always comes at the cost of our well-being, we'll act in ways that reinforce those beliefs. But if we can shift our mindset, if we can learn to believe in our own worth and potential, we open up a world of possibilities. This mindset shift is not about positive thinking or denying the challenges we face. It's about developing a growth mindset, a belief that we can learn, grow, and evolve. It's about recognizing that our past does not determine our future, that we have the power to shape our lives and our leadership in ways that align with our deepest values and aspirations. One of the most powerful aspects of Domonique's approach is her emphasis on practical strategies. It's one thing to talk about self-love and authentic leadership in theory. It's another to provide concrete tools and techniques for putting these principles into practice. Through the best, University, Domonique teaches women how to leverage technology, build sustainable business models, and lead effectively without sacrificing their mental well-being. This practical approach is crucial because let's face it, change isn't easy. We need more than inspiration. We need actionable strategies that we can implement in our day-to-day lives. For example, Domonique emphasized the importance of setting boundaries. In a world that often glorifies hustle culture and 24/7 availability, setting healthy boundaries can feel like a radical act. But it's essential for our well-being and our effectiveness as leaders. When we set clear boundaries, we protect our energy, our time, and our mental health. We model self-respect and teach others how to treat us. And paradoxically, by doing less, we often end up achieving more. Another key strategy is the practice of self-reflection. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to lose touch with ourselves, our values, our goals, our feelings. Regular self-reflection allows us to check in with ourselves, to course correct when needed, and to ensure that we're living in alignment with our true selves. Domonique also emphasizes the importance of community. The journey from self-doubt to self-love, from fear to confidence, isn't one we have to make alone. In fact, trying to go it alone often holds us back. When we surround ourselves with supportive, like-minded individuals, we create a powerful ecosystem for growth and transformation. This is why programs like the Best U. University are so valuable. They provide not just information, but a community of peers who are on similar journeys. This sense of community can be a game changer, providing support, accountability, and inspiration when the going gets tough. As we near the end of our time together, I want to circle back to the big idea at the heart of Domonique's work, the belief that we don't have to choose between success and peace, between achievement and well-being. This idea has the power to transform not just individual lives, but entire organizations and communities. Imagine a world where leaders at all levels felt empowered to bring their whole selves to work, where vulnerability was seen as a strength, not a weakness, where success was measured not just in profits or promotions, but in the positive impact we make in the lives we touch. This isn't just a feel-good fantasy. Research has shown that authentic, empathetic leadership leads to higher employee engagement, increased innovation, and better business outcomes. When we create environments where people feel safe to be themselves, where they're encouraged to align their work with their values, we unlock levels of creativity and commitment that traditional command and control leadership can never achieve. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge inspired by Domonique Downing's powerful message and transformative work. I challenge you to embrace your authenticity, to have the courage to be vulnerable, to question the beliefs and assumptions that might be holding you back from living your most fulfilling life. I challenge you to practice self-love and self-acceptance, to treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you'd offer to a dear friend, to recognize that your worth is not determined by your achievements or others' opinions of you. I challenge you to align your skills, your passions, and your values, to dare to imagine a life and a career that truly resonates with who you are at your core, and to take concrete steps towards making that vision a reality. I challenge you to set healthy boundaries, to prioritize your well being, and to recognize that taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's essential for sustainable success and impactful leadership. And finally, I challenge you to pay it forward, to create environments in your workplace, in your community, in your relationship, Moya, where others feel safe to be their authentic selves, to be the kind of leader who lifts others up, who sees and nurtures the potential in those around you. Remember, this journey isn't about reaching a destination of perfect self love or flawless leadership. It's about progress, not perfection. It's about showing up day after day with the intention to lead, earn, and thrive on your own terms. As Domonique Downing's work so powerfully demonstrates, when we embrace our authentic selves, when we align our work with our values, when we lead from a place of self love and vulnerability, we don't just transform our own lives, we create ripple effects that can change the world. So I invite you, no, I implore you to take this challenge, to start where you are with what you have, to take one small step today towards a more authentic, fulfilling life and leadership style, because your voice matters, your story matters, and the world needs the unique gifts that only you can bring. The path from self doubt to self love is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It's a journey that can transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. It's a journey that can reshape organizations, communities, and even society at large. As you leave here today, I want you to remember this. You are worthy. You are capable. You have within you everything you need to create a life of success, fulfillment, and impact. The world is waiting for your authentic self to shine. So go forth, embrace your authentic power, and let your light shine brightly. Because when you do, you give others permission to do the same. And that, my friends, is how we change the world, one authentic, empowered individual at a time. Thank you.